Yeah. All right. What's good, y'all? What's good? Let's get into let's get into this Giants talk today, man. How everybody doing today, man? It's quite cold out here in the Northeast. If you're in the Northeast, if you up there near Buffalo, man, stay safe. I know it's a lot of snow going through that area. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody's chilling, maintaining today. What's good, everybody? I see you, Alex. What's good with you? What's good, Ronnie? Yeah, it's game day. Let's go. Let's get this dub, man. Let's get this W, man, for the New York Giants, man, going against Detroit Lions. Yeah. So, what's good, Coach? What's good, man? Anybody want to hop in? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Y'all more than welcome to come up and build with your boy. Just give me 1 second. 8. There we go. So today I want to get into not only the game, but I got a couple topics that I want to talk about. One concerning OBJ, of course, but another topic not a lot of people talking about, and that's Azeez Ojulari. Now, Azeez Ojulari is supposed to be the bookend and to Kayvon Thibodeau, but he's only played 2 games this year. So I'm thinking that Azeez Ojulari might be that missing piece to take this Giants defense to the next level. Now, it's no slouch to Jahad Ward, and it's no slouch to O'Shane Ximines, but I do feel like that Azeez Ojulari is a different cat, if you know what I'm talking about. I think that he can elevate this pass rush. He can also help elevate guys like Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence. Not Dexter Lawrence is doing his thing anyway, but if you got Azeez Ojulari back out there, it's definitely going to take this defense to another level. Now, I don't know how long Azeez has till he comes back, but I do see this Giants pass rush struggle a little bit from time to time. Now we know Dex has been doing his thing, Leo and all that, but outside of Dexter Lawrence, nobody else on the Giants has more than 2 sacks. So now the Giants have been getting pressures, but the Giants do blitz the most in the NFL. And I'm just wondering that the so much blitzing is because Ojulari's not out there. And I don't think Wink Martindale might not feel that he can get pressure, the type of pressure he wants with just 4. Now you're getting pressure up the middle with Dex and Leo, but you see a lot of these quarterbacks scrambling to the outside, getting off the edge. You see the running backs getting off the edge. We struggle with that from time to time. And I think Azeez Ojulari being in this lineup will definitely help this defense, man, and slow down some of these running backs and some of these quarterbacks that like to run to the outside. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm looking forward to, man. What's good, Levance? I see you. I see you with Levance, man. What's good, man? What's good, everybody out there, man? How y'all doing, man? Hopefully y'all staying warm because it's cold as shit outside. I'm not gonna front. You know what I'm saying? My ass is in the crib, you know what I mean, all day watching football. But let's talk about Azeez Ojulari. Let's talk about this Giants defense. Because this is gonna be the key to this game. Detroit Lions are top 10 in almost all offensive categories. And hey Ronnie, hey, how you doing? They Detroit Lions are, like I said, they're in top 10 in all offensive categories, running the football, passing the football, and scoring points. So the key to this game is I want to see this Giants defense get pressure on Jared Goff and have him turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? Force him into mistakes. Now the Giants only have 2 interceptions on the season, but they lead the league in fumbles. So maybe if you can get back there with your pass rush and cause some turnovers by Jared Goff, I think it's a real good chance the Giants win this game. Turnovers is going to be the key to this game because the Giants are one of the are top 3 in the league without turning the ball over. Somebody put a stat out there. They haven't had a turnover since I think week 3. So they only had 1 turnover since week 3, I think it was. But you definitely want to see this defense go out there and basically flex their muscles on Jared Goff and this Lions offense, man. This is an inferior team, in my opinion. You know, they're 3-6. We're 7-2. You should come out here, and I know everybody say, oh, they play hard. You can't underestimate. Look, the Giants got to go out here and dominate these bad teams. I felt like they did it last week against Houston, but it was a little sloppy, if you know what I'm saying. It wasn't like it was wire to wire, but they let Houston hang around a little bit too much for my liking. So you want to see the Giants come out here and dominate a team like Detroit. Now, that's going to be easier said than done because of the fact, like I said, Detroit are in the top half of the league in scoring and offensive production. So what you want to do is you want to play your game. You want to slow down the tempo and take possessions out of Jared Goff and that offense. That's what you want to do in this game, much like the Giants been playing all season. So again, we've been saying this for weeks now. Kafka, don't get cute. Stick to the game plan. You know what I'm saying? Run the football and take shots when necessary. I think Detroit's edge rushers might be a little overzealous, if you want to call it that. And so there may be chances for Daniel Jones to get around that edge like we've seen him do in the Chicago game. Because I actually watched the tape and I seen Justin Fields able to pull that read option, man, and go around and get big gains on that Detroit defense. That's right, Ronnie. A lot of bad calls. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be calls too, but the Giants do need to exploit those edge rushes of Detroit. So I'm gonna be looking forward. I'm gonna be looking to see if Daniel Jones has a little more runs than he's had in the past couple games, because you got a defense, that's not very good, and they're not exactly disciplined, if you want to say that. So I'm definitely going to be looking to see Daniel Jones get around that edge or get some play action boot fakes, man, and possibly get some shots down the field with Darius Slayton. I think this might be a big game for Darius Slayton. You know, or possibly what's my man's name? Hodges. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lions are going to try to stop Barkley. We know that. Every team in the league knows. What's good, Levance, man? Levance says it's let me get to the chat real quick. Levance says it's 32 degrees outside right now where I'm at, and the wind chill factor, it feels like it's 20 degrees outside right now. Woo, yeah. It's cold as shit, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just went outside to take the trash out, and man, I almost froze my you know what off. So yeah, man, y'all stay warm, man. Y'all stay warm, man. If you got a fire or a heater or something, you want to bundle up under them covers, man, and just tune in and watch the Giants beat up on the Lions. Let's hope. So it's a perfect day to do it. You know what I'm saying? Get you some hot chocolate, some hot tea or something like that, whatever you prefer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some soup later on in the afternoon or something. You know what I mean? Some good old chicken noodle soup, something like that. You know what I mean? So definitely the day to do that. Definitely the day to do that. Definitely the day to stay warm, man, and be inside, man, and watch some football, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good slate of games today. But just talking about the Giants, man, like, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about this team again in this game? You know what I'm saying? Because I know that the Giants, more often than not, they like to let teams hang around and make the games interesting. And I feel like this is a team you should mop the floor with. But I said that last week. It didn't necessarily happen. So let's just hope that this team can really come out here and fire in on all cylinders. Start fast. Go out there, get you a touchdown the first drive. Make put the pressure on Detroit. Make Detroit play out of their style. They want to play kind of an up and down game. The Lions. The Lions been scoring a lot of points in most of their games, so they like to they got some good offensive schemes. I'm not gonna lie. When I watch the tape, they do have some good route concepts. Jared Goff has been playing pretty well this year, so he's not to be slept on. And he says, I think we can outcoach them today. Yeah, that's gonna be the key too, to outcoach him, Ronnie. You're right, because Brian Dable and Kafka and Wink against Dan Campbell and the ankle biting Lions. So that's what we playing today. You know what I'm saying? That type of team. But so I do think we can outcoach them. It's gonna be on the defensive end though. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on the defensive end because the Lions offense is they're not bad. You're playing a top 10 offense. So this is going to be the game to where we can see if the Giants can really control the tempo and not get into a shootout, because I feel like if the Giants are in a shootout, we haven't necessarily seen the proof this year of them winning a shootout type of game. So not saying they can't, but being in a shootout more often than not requires you to pass the ball more than 17 times. So now, can they win like that? Yeah, I think it's possible. But given the receiving core, I don't know. I don't know. Coach says the Cowardly Lions. Yeah, I seen that, Coach. They tried to say that we play cowardly on offense, but 7-2 ain't cowardly. We seen Brian Day pause. We seen him go and go out there and go for it on fourth down. We seen Brian Dable be aggressive this year. We know Wink Martindale was aggressive this year. So I think that's bulletin board. I don't know why the Lions or whatever, I think it was a beat reporter or whoever it was that said that, but look, this team is far from cowardly. And I'm going to tell you right now, you want to put something like that on the bulletin board, this team going to come out here and show you how cowardly they are, because all they do is throw body blows at teams. You know what I'm saying? 10, 12 play drives. They lead one of the tops in the league in time of possession. So that wears down a team. You going up and down the field, but it's slow, grinding drives. I mean, it just takes the breath out the team, man. And it can't really, you know what I'm saying, deflate a team's energy. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that the Lions made a big mistake by saying that. You know what I mean? And especially somebody like Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, you're gonna really see them come out here and want to show the Lions what's up. You know what I mean? Because that's the last team should be saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because if you call our offense cowardly, what's your defense? What's your defense that's 31st ranked in the league? What's that? So the Lions, they got some players. They got St. Brown, they got Swift, Williams, this other kid, it was Khalif Raymond. They got a couple other cats out there, but are they outside of St. Brown? I'm not scared of their receivers. And Their running game, look, we've been playing all world running backs this year. Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, Zeke and Pollard, um, um, Montgomery and the other cat over there from Chicago, you know, the cat from Seattle. Like we've been playing a lot of good running backs this year. So again, it's gonna be another game where you're gonna have to focus on controlling their running attack and slowing them down on offense. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the style they want to play. The Giants aren't letting teams play the style of football they want to play. They're keeping the game low scoring. They're running and milking the clock. And that can frustrate a team that wants to just go up and down the field and wants to get you in these track meets. So you definitely want to see the New York Giants play a style of football that they've been playing and not get tricked into going up and down the field with the Lions, which I don't think is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to talk to you guys about what y'all feel about Azeez Ojulari. And do you think the Giants are really missing Azeez Ojulari? Some fans might say no, because of how well Jahad Ward and O'Shane Ximines have played. But I'm here to tell you, in my unpopular opinion, I'm here to tell you that I think they are. I think they're missing Azeez Ojulari. And I think when Azeez comes back, if he's healthy, this could be the missing piece to really turn this defense into a championship caliber defense. Now, I'm not saying I'm saying the defense now. Follow me. I think that could be the piece to turn this Giants team into a championship caliber defense. As Azeez Ojulari being out there, being healthy, and him and Kayvon Thibodeau getting in a rhythm. The edge rushers always seem to feed off each other, you know, because you can't double team everybody. You can't double team Dex, Leo, Azeez, and KT. You know, on the edge, you might see KT getting chipped and bothered and held a little bit. But with Azeez Ojulari out there, you can't hold both of them. So, I mean, that's what you got to understand. Remember, the whole hype this year was KT and Azeez being those bookends to help this Giants pass rush, man, which they're not doing bad, but they can be a lot better. You know, the numbers aren't that bad, but they can be better. And I'm telling you, this can go from a pretty good defense to a great defense if Azeez can come back and really be that player that we all know and think he can be. You know what I'm saying? He was starting to cook in just the 2 games. He only played 2 games this year, y'all. Remember, 2 games from Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau that we got to see on the field together. Just 2. So why is it nobody really talking about that? You know what I mean? Because the Giants are winning. But when it comes down to these division games and we really get into the heart of the playoffs, we're going to need those pass rushes. I'm telling you. We're going to need Azeez. We're going to need KT. We're going to need the whole staff. Remember when the Giants won Super Bowls recently? They had those wave of pass rushes. That's what we're supposed to have now, but we were missing one big major piece to it. You know, and when I watch this Giants defense, sometimes I just sit back and wonder, man, could we have gotten there with Azeez on the field? Could we have turned that almost sack into a sack? You know, the Giants should have way more sacks than they have this season. Part of the reason they're not finishing is because you get that extra split second to get the pass off. And Azeez Ojulari can be that difference between that split second and maybe getting a sack or even a sack fumble. What's good, bookends? What's good? Let's go get that Cowboy dub. Yes, let's get it. Let's get it. That, like I said, that was bulletin board material for for this Giants defense. I don't know why they did that. Ronnie says we need Azeez going into our conference games. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. These division games, you're going to need Azeez Ojulari. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the pieces, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to need, that we was counting on. We was counting on for this season. You know what I'm saying? We was counting on for this season to have Ojulari and KT coming off that edge. You know what I'm saying? Coming off that edge. But as far as this game to go, I think we'll be fine without Azeez Ojulari. Trust me. He's not gonna play anyway. I don't know how long he has until he comes back into the fold, but hopefully not too much longer. Because like Ronnie says up here, we're gonna need him for our conference games. We're gonna need him for our division games. So let's get to the chat real quick. How y'all doing today, man? How y'all feeling about this game? Levance says, big time shout out to Brother MyG. Thank you, Levance, man. Appreciate you too, man, for always holding us down, man, and always coming into the chat, man, and rocking with us, man, and building with me. What's good, Deception? What's good, man? Thank you for popping out, man. Hope it's all good and well with you. Like I said, man, hope y'all warm wherever y'all at, man, because it's cold as hell where I'm at, man. What's good, Joe? What's good, man? How you doing, man? Links in the chat, man. If any of y'all want to come up and build, like I said, all right. So, Lions, Giants. Now, a lot's been made about the wide receivers, you know, because Kenny Golladay he's done, man. He's done. Any of y'all holding on to any glimmers of seeing Golladay come back, I think it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If he were to do so, it's your former team. Do you want to at least get a catch, a reception? Can we get a reception out of you? Not even asking for a touchdown. Not even a first down. A reception. That's how bad this got for Golladay. I'm looking for a freaking reception, just a catch. A catch. Because you only got 2 on the season and you got 4 drops. Let me get a catch out of you, man. Just one. Come on, Kenny. Get one from you, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get one from you. Yeah, I don't know when Azeez is gonna come back. Ronnie, he's on IR. That's the thing. He's on IR, and I don't know. I don't know when they plan on bringing him back, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they've kept under wraps really well with the Giants, because not a lot of people have been asking about it because of the way Dex has been playing. And I guarantee you, if the Giants wasn't getting pressure and Dex wasn't balling out the way he was, people start asking more questions about where the hell Azeez Ojulari is. There's been a lot of Giants this year that have just vanished. Like, just don't hear from them. And the part of the reason is because the team wins. When you win, you ask less questions about the guys that's not on the field. When you losing, where's these guys? Can they help us? Can they help us win? Are we missing these guys? I'm telling you, you are missing Azeez Ojulari, and you don't know it yet. Because you haven't gotten to those conference games, like Ronnie said. So just be on the lookout for that. And when Azeez Ojulari comes back, that's when you're going to see Kayvon Thibodeau take off. That's when you're going to see his numbers go up. Everybody wondering, oh, man, why can Kayvon Thibodeau get sacks? Yada, 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 yada. Look, Azeez Ojulari, Jahad Ward and O'Shane Ximines have been playing well, but they don't have the talent that Azeez Ojulari has. We know this. He's a different type of pass rusher. He's a different type of beast. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want Azeez out there. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie says,
Hey,
"There go my man. What's good?
hey,
What's good, Joe? What's good?
not much. Just relaxing, enjoying the day.
I see. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready for this game, man?
Yes,
Let's get this.
I am. I'm not worried about it. We're gonna win with confidence. We're gonna have a play or two that we're going. What the hell was that?
It
But
always
I'm
happens.
sorry.
Yeah.
Our people are all set, man.
Mm-hmm.
Else we
Mm-hmm.
need some wide receivers. We'd be
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
set.
Like I told him, I just want Kenny Galladay to have a catch.
Yeah.
Just catch the ball. Get some type of confidence because this guy
Yes.
is his confidence has got to be non-existent right
You
now.
know, I've been
He's
thinking
so in
all
the
week
dumps.
long. I've been thinking all week long on this, and it's come to the conclusion. He is a giant.
Mhm.
He's a member of this team, and I've got to support him. Yes,
Yeah.
no, right or wrong. I've got to support him. I have got to. He's due for a catch and to build his enthusiasm. Let's get him out there.
hmm I think so. Bookends. Bookends says maybe he will play well because it's the Lions.
Yeah,
Maybe. Let's
yeah,
hope so. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope that we can get something out of it. Like I said, I'm not asking for a touchdown. I just want to catch.
yeah.
Just catch a clean ball, man, because he's had opportunities, man. He's just been had the drops. 4 drops on the season. So
I know, and he had
um
2 last week,
mm-hmm.
or 1 last week. He had
Well,
2
two targets. I think one
yeah,
drop. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. I think one was non-catchable or whatever. But um, yeah, let him heal for the run. Azeez Ojulari. What you think about Azeez, Joe, man? Because I've been saying that. Heck, where is he? He's still hurt, but we haven't even heard a timetable for his return.
I don't know.
You know,
The
and
injury report, that's all I got to go on.
mm-hmm. Do you believe that Azeez is a player that we're missing on defense?
Um, I really don't know because we're so good at the
That's
defense.
what it is.
Yeah,
You don't miss him because we're
yeah,
winning. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're winning. We're 7-2. We're doing good. Where's his Z's?
But I'm here to say though, and Ronnie even put this in the chat, coming down the stretch in these division games, you know what I'm saying, where things get tight, we're gonna need Azeez Ojulari because you got to think too. We came in this season hyped up to see Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari, and
Yes.
we've only seen KT and we haven't seen Azeez. And I think a lot of KT struggles could be in part because he doesn't have that other bookend edge rusher on the other side. Not saying Zimenez and Ward are bad players or they're not playing well, but Azeez is a different type of talent that has to be accounted for, and that could definitely open things up, I believe, for Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yep. Yep. You make good points, man.
Mm-hmm. Ronnie says yes, Stibbs needs that extra push. I agree. I agree. Ronnie says Joe
Yes.
says Thibbs is playing good, getting good pressure. Sacks will come. He also gets held a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
You're getting
does
huge.
get held a lot. He
It's
does.
huge. It's like every play's getting held.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. As KT's got to build up that respect around the league, and I
Well,
think he'll get some more calls. I just
well,
think he's a rookie.
then Thibodeau's got to learn how to beat that
He needs more
block.
pass rush moves.
Yes.
He needs another move or two.
He
Yeah,
oh
I see
he
only
no there ain't no one faster than him,
he's
but
got
he's got
speed,
to
but
come up with
technique. It's
yeah.
technique. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I think Azeez has that down. That's what's you know what I'm saying. That I think he's the missing piece, man, to this defense. Not this defense is good right now, but this
Yep.
defense can be great with a pass rusher like Azeez Ojulari that's healthy and ready to go. And trust me, I know it. I know it.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, you get the point. I feel bad for him. He does. I know he wants to play bad. Yeah, I know he does want to play. I do. I do. And it's not that he's not wanting to be on the field. He's hurt. He's been hurt all season. He had a 2-game run where he came in and he looked pretty good in those 2 games. He looked pretty good in those 2 games, and then he got hurt again, and then we haven't seen or heard from him. So, what's good, Taj? What's good, man? What's good with you, brother? Shout out to the New York Giants coaching staff. Yeah, this coaching staff is definitely,
Yeah.
we could use him,
Well,
miss
if
him.
we didn't
No,
have
not
our
right
coaching
now.
staff, I never wouldn't have as much confidence.
Yeah.
Coaching staff is a huge part.
hmm Yeah. This coaching staff, I believe, is going to be the difference in this game as we get to talking about this game.
Yes.
Yeah, we miss him because they gotta slow down this Lions offense, Joe. This Lions offense is a top 10 unit in all statistical categories. They're top 10 in running and passing the football, and also top 10 in points. Now, Wink and Dable and them, they got to play the game they've been playing, which is that ground and pound, control the clock, control time of possessions, and keep the ball out of that offense of the Detroit Lions. And the key to that is going to be limiting possessions. And one reason you do that is by what? Taking care of the football and running the football. So I'm going to be looking for the Giants. We can't have these 3-and-outs.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We need to sustain drives and keep that offense off the field. And I think we'll be just fine in this game. If you come out here sloppy, because remember, it's gonna be windy. That's why I keep talking about the weather, y'all. I'm not in New York, but I'm not far from New York either. And it's windy and it's cold where I'm at. And I know it's gonna be
They said
windy and cold in
18
MetLife.
mile winds, 35 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro. Yeah, I'm not going to sit out in that. I'm going to go sit
Hell
in my
nah.
house. I'll sit right here in a nice, warm, comfy couch.
You got your coffee, your tea, your hot
Yes.
chocolate, whatever you got. Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah, man. I feel you, bro. But that's gonna be one of the keys to this game is slowing down the clock and making sure that the Lions aren't getting a whole bunch of extra possessions to give that offense more opportunities to score. They got a dangerous receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown. And what he does is he's one of the shifty type of slot guys, one of these smaller, quicker guys. And he's excellent on crossing routes, slants. He's real shifty. He's a great route runner. They do all kind of different things with him on offense. So that's going to be the one key player that you're going to have to look for, not to eat this Giants defense up in the middle of the field. Now, the Giants do take care of the football, and they are able to get off on third downs. The key is going to be in the red zone because the Lions are going to move the football more than likely, but you got to make sure that you limit these points in the red zone, and that's going to be key. And because you got 2 good running backs that they got, Williams and DeAndre Swift. So I'm going to be looking for big games again from Dexter Lawrence and from Leonard Williams. And a key to this game is what are you going to get from your linebackers? Micah McFadden, Jalen Smith, and the now benched Tay Crowder, because we talked about him last week. Tay Crowder, he didn't have any factor really in the Houston game, but I thought the run defense played a lot better with Tay Crowder not on the field.
Well, like Ronnie says, they're used to playing in the dome, so that is a huge advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to come out here in the open, the blow, the snow, they're not going to play the same ball at that time.
Mm-hmm. And that dome, that's a good point.
It's going to be a huge disadvantage. Advantage to us.
Levant says, currently at MetLife Stadium, the temperature is 35 degrees, and with the wind chill factor, it feels like 24. Wow.
Yep. That damn cold.
I don't want to be out there, man. Shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to football, man. Football players in general, man, that go out there and play and and that type of weather and those type of elements, man.
Hey,
That takes some toughness for
you
real.
get used to it, god damn it. And you used to
Yeah.
get playing in it and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh, because when
So
I was football, we
mm-hmm.
because when I was junior and senior in high school, I used to get playing in the cold and the snow and the mud and the damp and the wet, and you get used to it. You
Mm-hmm.
don't think of it. Then now all of a sudden it goes, wow, we're going inside or a dome. Where the hell did this
Mm-hmm.
come from? We used to have to play up in Syracuse.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
you
it
up
was
that way, ain't you, Joe?
uh,
Yeah. You up in the northeast, ain't you? What
yeah.
you got snow out there where you at?
Rochester, we didn't. I didn't get any where
Oh,
I'm
okay.
at. I'm like 55. We got an inch. Oh, okay, but I'm about 40, 50 miles south of Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hey, there's
What's good, coach?
What's up, guys? How are you?
hey, how you
Maintaining, man.
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, nah, you good, man. I just pulled up, man. You know what I'm saying? Go over this game, this Detroit Lions game, and also a couple hot topics. One I came up with that are not a lot of people talking about, and it's one that a lot of people are talking about, and that's Odell Beckham Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what y'all feel about that, man? A lot of fans feel like now coming out the news is that OBJ is down to the Cowboys and the Giants, and apparently he's going to wait to the what is now being deemed as the OBJ Bowl, and after this Thanksgiving game between the Giants and the Cowboys. Now I know we're looking a little bit ahead of ourselves, and I hope the Giants aren't doing that today with the Detroit Lions. But given everything that's been going on, what do you guys feel about OBJ coming back, and do you think that this is the right move for the Giants this year? I got a little bit of an opinion on that, but I'll let you go ahead and spit your facts on that, Joe. What you think, Joe? And then Coach, you can go
Okay,
ahead.
here's the thing with OBJ. I love the kid. I do. I mean, there is nobody out there that can do the game quite like OBJ can. And it's still true to this point. But I would like him to see how do I want to put it? I want OBJ to come in and be uh, a, a, a leader, but I want him to be in a role model at the same time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's got to teach these young receivers how to get separation. And this is
Mm-hmm.
something that these kids today don't know,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
We
They
always
don't.
see they don't know if they should break here, break there, run around, run a 9 route, but they don't know. They don't. And somebody here, sometimes just learning from a OBJ, it'll tell you go down here and break to the right instead of left. All right, so go boom, boom, wow, wow, I got open. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
wait, why? What happened? That's the type stuff I want to see. I mean, I do, but I don't want the stuff that's going to come with a Galladay headache of OBJ. I really don't. I don't. I don't. I love. Galladay is so full in his head. He doesn't know whether he's coming or going right now. And that's the problem. He's coming or going. And I just don't want that headache. I just want to get the area clear of Galladay. You did what you could do, and that's that. Go ahead, man. I talk on
So
this
much,
all
Ronnie.
day.
Nah, you good, man. I just want to get your take on that, man. Coach, what you think, man? What you think about this OBJ situation with him, it being down to him and now the Dallas Cowboys apparently are the two.
I don't think it's down to him in Dallas. I think it's us two first, and then he's just gonna, as a businessman, he's going to see the best opportunity, whether it's playing time, championship, money. We none of us know, but but the first two, yes, Dallas. I think is Monday or Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and then of course supposedly us. If Dallas doesn't swoop in and just knock him off his feet. So,
Mhm.
um, as far as could we use him, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? I understand about the two ACLs and all of that, but he's produced at a high level, at the
Mhm.
highest of levels, if anything. I mean, he learned from who? He learned from Cruz and that group, and who did Cruz learn from before him, and so on and so on. So you
Mhm.
need that type of top level talent to help mentor the young receivers. Because yeah, coaches can coach. We can teach you the techniques, and we can talk about the X's and O's and situations and what we see. But being out there on the field, it's totally different.
Mhm.
And sometimes a player is the one that you learn most from. Um, so if the Giants can financially fit him in, I mean, well they'll figure it out. I mean, they'll work out the ways to get him in under the salary cap. Doing whatever they need to do. So, but and the other factor is making sure that it doesn't hurt the opportunities to also bring back DJ and Saquon. If that's the plan. So,
Mhm.
but if he comes, would I love Cousin
Good,
here?
Jeffy.
Sure, sure. I definitely would love Cousin here. So, um,
Facts, man. I do. I do feel what y'all
yeah,
saying.
Jazz, what's up?
I think OBJ. I think for him to come here, I honestly think the best thing for this to happen is in the off season. Um, the Giants are 7-2. OBJ had his ACL in the Super Bowl, which was February, right? So March, April, May, June,
February
July,
13th.
August, September, October, November. That's 9 months. We all know it takes at least what, a year
Mm-mm,
or
mm-mm,
two
mm-mm,
to fully
mm-mm.
come healthy, fully get back healthy. Look at
18
Saquon wasn't all the way right last year when he came back.
depends.
Remember though, we just went through this with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was not healthy last year coming off of that ACL.
Mm,
Now, do you think OBJ is going to be healthy? What's good, Mac? I see you. You think
What's
OBJ
going on?
is going to be healthy coming back off an ACL injury, a second ACL injury within 9 months of his injury, given what we've seen out of somebody like Saquon Barkley, an all-world talent that went through this same injury last year and wasn't able to get all the way back until this year.
let's see.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I will say. I think OBJ should sit out the rest of this year and sign a contract with the Giants in the offseason. You give him a whole offseason to build. You go ahead and get you another receiver, and you add maybe Wan'Dale Robinson. Well, Wan'Dale Robinson's gonna be here, and then you add maybe bring back Slayton, and then you add a receiver to that mix. Now you got Robinson, Beckham, Slay, and then a receiver you get in the draft, and then you have a whole off season to get that group going and get chemistry with that group, and then you come into next season ready to roll with a brand new receiving core. I think that's the best move. You put this
I
guy out
agree.
on the field this year. First of all, expectations going to be through the roof. Second of all, You bringing him back late in the season, and he has no continuity with the offense. Third of all, you got to pay him. Fourth of all, you got to understand that he needs to get it going with Daniel Jones. And then fifth, and most importantly, is the fear of re-injury coming back off of ACL that soon. Look at Sterling Shepard. They rushed him back. He's on the IR right now. So look, I got 13 on. I'm an OBJ fan. I love the guy. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
do too.
be smart about this. And if OBJ wants to rush back out there and go to Dallas, I'm not going to like it at all. But look, if OBJ and the New York Giants got to do what's best for OBJ from a health perspective and from a team in a chemistry perspective. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, let's let Mac and Jeffrey get in here, man. Thank y'all for popping on with me, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Appreciate it. I agree with you, man. I'm not gonna pretend like I'll be upset if we got Odell Beckham, but at the same time, is he really going to truly be the answer for what we need right now? I mean, it's going to bring a lot of extra attention that this locker room might not necessarily be ready for. And then on top of that, like you said, the chemistry, man. Daniel Jones ain't got no chemistry with Odell Beckham whatsoever. He might have had a few practices with him that rookie season before Odell Beckham got traded. You know what I mean? So it's not like that's totally could be the answer to all the New York Giants wide receiver problems. Sure, he's an upgrade. He's a lot better than the guys we got, but he might not be quite the answer we're looking for. Like you said, especially with the injury history. That's another big thing with me. We deal with enough of that already. Too many injury-prone players on this football team, guys that keep going down continuously every season. And we really want to add another guy that has a history of getting hurt every year when he plays football. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to be mad if we get him. At the same time, I'm not quite sure and convinced that he's the answer for all our problems.
Facts. I agree, Mac. What you think about this, Jeffy?
Well, I mean, I don't think he's going to be the number one answer. I think that fans might start thinking that this dude is the same Odell Beckham Jr. that we drafted as our first round pick back in 2014. And just in reality, like Mac and all you guys have said, this is not the same OBJ. OBJ has been dealing with a lot of lower leg injuries. He's torn his ACL not once but twice in that same knee. He's not going to go out there and just all of a sudden click it after coming back from 9 or 10 months from a serious injury. And like Mac just said, he's absolutely right. It takes time for a quarterback and a wide receiver to learn each other in terms of route concepts, in terms of learning where this guy's going to be on the football field. That takes time to develop together, and it's not all of a sudden just going to click. You can have a couple of basic plays out there that you know you can throw the ball to him, but overall, fans just got to temper their expectations, thinking that OBJ is going to come back here, and at 30 years old, coming off a serious injury, same injury in his same knee, that he's going to come back and be the same OBJ he was in his first stint with the Giants. He's going to be a good receiver, but I think at this point in his career, he's probably like a high-end number 2 at best. So he's going to help the wide receiver core, absolutely, but he's not going to be the answer. I think the answer is going to come next year in the draft, or if one of those wide receivers shake loose in a trade or something next year, like a T. Higgins or another guy. OBJ to me is going to be a very, very good number 2. But we can't expect him to go out there and be the same OBJ he was for the Giants from 2014 to 2016. It's just not going to happen.
And that's what fans have the expectation. This thing is also about fan expectation, because the fans, like you said, Jeff, they're looking for a number 1 receiver. We can say that, like Ronnie says, and I agree, he could help the other wide receivers and coach them up, but that's not going to be enough for fans. These fans want OBJ to come out here and be the 2000. We all know we're rational Giants fans. We're all content creators. We study the team, we watch film, different things like that. But these fans, they're going to come out here expecting this guy to go out there and be a 6-7 catch a game, 85 to 100-yard receiver, and that's not coming off an injury like that within 9 months, coming to a brand new offense, brand new scheme with all new players. It's only been since OBJ was here, Saquon is the only one that's been here. Maybe what you said, Collins, maybe
Collins, Sparkley, and Shepard are the only guys.
And Shepard, and one of them's injured and the other one is on defense. I mean, and then you got Barkley. So
Yeah.
how much continuity does he really have with this team? You know, and fans that have too much high expectations for OBJ. That's why if I was OBJ and I was the Giants, I would try to work out something to where he comes back next season and just let this season ride out, man. Even if you OBJ from his standpoint, he might want that multi-year deal and he might want to just get out there, man. But you seriously are putting your health in jeopardy coming back that soon, trying to do what you're trying to do off of the second ACL injury that you had. So I would want to play this thing smart, man. I think it could work out better in the long run than it would in the short run. Go ahead,
Uh,
coach.
Why? Yes, what you're saying in common sense it makes sense. Yes, but don't forget he's going to have the Giants medical staff at his disposal. So that's something he may not get on his own. So you might get a better quality. So you can also work him in slowly. You don't have to throw him out there. I mean, we're ahead of the game. We're rebuilding. We all know that, but we're ahead of the game. So you don't have to throw him out there. As far as the fans are going to be fans. Let's be real. Coaches are going to coach. The GM is going to put them in. They're all going to set the goals. They're going to set the foundation, and then they're going to move from there. They're not really going to worry about what the fans, what we all say, what we all want, what we all think. They're going to do what's best for the Giants. If I'm Shane and we can work out a deal, that's the approach I'm going to take. I'm not going to throw him out there to go full bore. You put him on a pitch count because you build that continuity. You're talking about the
But
continuity.
him being on the team
Mm-hmm.
automatically creates, like we said, fan pressure. And if you want to ignore the fan pressure, what
Mm-hmm.
you can't ignore is the performance on the field. So if he's out there and
Mm-hmm.
these receivers are playing the way that they've been playing,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to hear a lot of chirping to say, like, why isn't OBJ getting more touches? Why isn't he
Chirping
out
from
there?
who? Chirping from who?
From look, your fans, you can say what you want about the fans and you can ignore the fans, but the fans create what's called a distraction, coach. And these coaches have been
See,
very, very tactful about avoiding distractions.
yeah, I get it,
You see what I'm saying?
and I get it, but that's the one thing that I have always mastered. As a coach, as a former player, I learned real early: ignore the fans, ignore the people in the stands because they're not out there with you,
But
so
all but
they
players
don't
don't
matter.
but the players don't all not all these players
You know
ignore
what? You're right.
that
New
noise.
generation.
You
I
see
let
what
me
I'm
back
saying?
off. New
they go
And
on
generation.
Twitter
speaking
and they
of
check out
that,
all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta back out. It's my time. I got supper or lunch is ready.
All right.
Thanks, it's been fun. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you sub this guy up.
And sub to
You
you, man. Go sub to
Yeah,
Mhm.
go
Classified
sub up to
3F with
know,
Joe
Joel. Go sub to
right
Classified
Definitely.
3F with
right
oh,
Joel.
now.
you
One of the
guys
best
sub
content
up to
creators
this
on
guy.
YouTube, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My
Yes.
Oh,
homeboy, you know what I'm saying? And he makes good content, and the dude is funny as shit. Telling
Yes,
you.
he is. The funniest person in
well,
the
I
Giants community
thank
is
you
Classified
very
3F with
much.
Joel.
And I'll see you later at 1 o'clock on Pass Channel. All
Right
right.
All
on,
right, take
man.
it
So
easy,
take care,
Joe.
baby.
Have a great
Salute,
one,
Joe,
Joel.
I'll
man.
be on in the background.
All right, man.
Have a great one,
Be
Joel.
good, man. Be good, man. But that's what I would say about the OBJ. But why I got y'all here, man. How y'all feeling about this game? Let's just talk about the matchup here a little bit.
So Tudo.
What's good, Tudo?
Hey, Tudo, what's
Tudo
going
says
on, bro?
massive salutes and thanks to all my fellas, Giants brothers in the chat. Kenny, Joe, Coach, Mac, Jeffy, Levance, Ronnie, Bookings. Salute. What's good, man? Hope all is well with you too, though, man. But let's pass it around a little bit, man. What you thinking about this matchup? Let's go ahead and start with Mac, man. First time having Mac on the show, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks, no, not a problem, man. I'm glad to be on here. Y'all show me a lot of love. Need to come back and show some of that same love too, man. And
Appreciate you.
but yeah, this matchup today is as simple as playing simple. We're playing against a 32nd ranked defense. Don't overthink it. Go out there and do what we do best. You know what I mean? We know what we
Right.
do best. We pound that football. We run that rock with number 26, man. Just go out there. Don't try to get all cute, man. I mean, I know a lot of people talking, oh, let's do this. Let's throw the ball downfield. Let's do this. We got got to play to your strengths, man. We just don't have the
Mm-hmm.
weapons to throw the ball down the field as far as regularly. You know what I mean? But one thing we can do really good is run that ball with Saquon Barkley. And I think Daniel Jones could have a big game with his legs as well today against
Yep.
this Detroit defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
just go out there and exploit the weakness, which is their defense, period, because they can score points. And if they start scoring or putting some points up on the board, we gotta be able to keep up with them. Because we can go out there and get upset, man. I obviously don't want to see that happen. So we just gotta, like I said, don't get cute, don't overthink it. Go out there and blow the doors off of somebody for a change, man, and
Right.
that'll feel good because we got a hell of a tough stretch of games coming up next after this Detroit game, and it can get ugly. We can't lose this
Get
one. We can't
real
afford to drop
dicey,
this one. Yeah, we can't afford to drop this one.
Yeah, it can get dicey, Mac. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we lose this game. But I agree, man. Don't get cute. But you said something real interesting. Daniel Jones with his legs. Cause I seen when I watched the game against they played Chicago, I seen Justin Fields have a lot of space pulling the ball back on those read options. So turn it over to coach. He's the coach. What have you seen on tape, coach, that you think that the Giants can exploit just from the Giants offense trying to go up against that 32nd ranked defense of Detroit?
What we've been doing from the get go is just run the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Everything can work when you run the rock. Whether it's inside zone, you can get to the outside, accordingly, and then you can fall back with the quarterback read off of that. And then to tag along with that is the
And you
RPO.
go.
So you don't have to consistently throw the ball downfield or all over the place.
What's good, Pat?
What
What's
up,
good,
Pat?
man?
What's up,
Almost
Pat?
game time. Yeah, man. We getting ready,
Um,
baby. Let's go.
you can attack their defense efficiently and effectively, like I said, with the run game to set up the pass game, and then take your shots. You said it earlier. Take your shots with Daryl Slayton downfield,
Mm-hmm.
accordingly, and be effective and be efficient. They proved last week you really don't need to throw the ball all over the place. I know most fans don't like it, whatever the case may be, whether it's fantasy and all this other stuff. We won with 17 passes last week. That tells you everything you need to know. And people don't want to hear this, but the NFL is going back to old school football. It's
Let's
running
go.
the
Let's
football
go.
and stopping the run. That's what
Yeah.
it is boiling down to. That sets up everything you need to do. Every team doesn't have a Patrick Mahomes, and every team doesn't have a Josh Allen, those types of elite quarterbacks. So you have to do what's best for your organization with what you have. And for the Giants, run the rock, give it to 26. Let Daniel Jones, just like you said, Chicago did it last week. This first play of the game, quarterback read. They faked it, and there he goes. He gained, I think, like what, 12,
Bomb.
15
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's there. It opens up your offense a lot more than you realize, and that's exactly what you have to do to attack their defense.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, what have you seen, Jeffy? That you think that the Giants can take advantage of on the defensive side of the ball, man, going against that high-powered Detroit offense. Well, they consider it high-powered, but you know what I'm saying. They are in top 10 in most offensive categories.
It's Jared Goff. I don't trust Jared Goff out there to have a consistent game week in and week out. I think he's the one biggest weakness on that offense because Jared Goff has a propensity at times to turn the football over. So I think this is a good opportunity for the Giants to try and see if they can apply a good pass rush. And it'd be good to see Kayvon Thibodeau just be a monster on that outside because we've been getting the pressure from the inside of the defensive line with Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. I want to see some of those outside guys continue to get some good pressure and make Jared Goff uncomfortable enough where maybe we get a strip sack here, a strip sack there, get a fumble recovery, or we get enough pressure on Goff where he makes a poor decision and throws the football in the middle of the field where one of our DBs or linebackers can make a pick there. So the easiest thing to say is just the Giants have got to continue to get as much pressure as possible on the opposing quarterback and make Jared Goff, who's a decent quarterback, but let's just be real, he's not going to go out there and he's gonna scare any defense. It's just Jared Goff overall. So just make this dude uncomfortable, get as much pressure as possible on him, and make him make a poor decision over there on the football field. And I'm looking for a guy like Kayvon Thibodeau, who some fans I don't understand are trashing the dude because he's not getting sacks, but at the same time, he's getting pressure, tackles, hits, quarterback hits, all this kind of stuff. He's making impacts on the game. I think this might be the day where Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be able to get to the quarterback and put him on the ground or even get himself a strip sack. So I'm looking for this defense to just play opportunistic football, just get to the quarterback, get as much pressure on Goff, and make him make a mistake, and where Adoree Jackson or one of your safeties or even a Fabian Moreau can make get some turnovers there in the back end.
Cool, man. I think KT, I'm gonna go here for about 10 minutes up to about 12:30 and let everybody go and get ready for the game. But I think what you were saying about KT is something to that, and I put this in the title, and I posed this to the question to the chat earlier. Do you think it's because Azeez Ojulari has not been on the field? We love Jahad Ward's played well. O'Shane Zimenez has played well. I'm sorry, but they're not Azeez Ojulari. This guy's a different type of talent. He commands double teams, and he finishes. And I think that him being on the other side could take a lot of pressure off Kayvon Thibodeau, allow him to play more loose, allow him to not get chipped as much, not get double teamed as much, and also allow him the ability to finish. You know what I'm saying? Because KT's been there. He just hasn't been finished. Remember, that split second can be the difference. You know what I'm saying? And if you got another guy coming off the edge that's just as ferocious as you are, maybe some of those sacks you get funneled towards your side, and then you can finish some of those plays that you just missing. You know what I'm saying? Because guys coming around the edge and you know what I'm saying, getting around you. So what do y'all think about Azeez Ojulari? Is Azeez Ojulari the missing piece to this defense from being a good defense to a dominant playoff caliber defense that can go on a Super Bowl run? Not saying this year, we don't have to answer the Super Bowl question. Just talk about the defense. Do you think Azeez Ojulari can take this defense to another level? Go ahead. Anybody can go.
I mean, I think he could take the defense definitely to another level because of the fact that, no disrespect to Timon Fox or Ellerson Smith, or O'Shane Zimenez and Jahad Ward, but Azeez Ojulari is the type of guy that you're going to have to pay attention to him on the outside when it comes to rushing the passer. And he was showing that when he was on the football field for those couple of games. He was getting to the quarterback consistently, and it was helping out KT because now offensive coordinators and offensive linemen had to figure out which guy are we going to have to try to double team up, because you wouldn't have to worry about some of those other guys. But Azeez Ojulari has the propensity to get at least a decent pass rush off the outside. So if you have Ojulari on one side, who are you going to double team?
Right.
I mean, who you going to have to try to take out more? Who are you going to have to try to, propose your offensive line more against? Because if you try to put one-on-one situations against KT or Ojulari, there's a good chance that at least one of them will be able to get to the quarterback consistently and apply the type of pressure. Plus, with the fact that you have to worry about the two guys in the interior and what those two guys are doing right now with Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, especially Dex, the way he's playing this year. So it's just going to help take that pass rush to another level because the other guys have been solid in their run game more, but Azeez Ojulari can be that other guy on the outside linebacker position that can really make a difference in terms of his pass rush.
I agree.
I absolutely agree with Jeff here, man. If Azeez Ojulari, it's a difference maker, man. He's what you call a difference maker. You bring him in there, and it's not like you said, no knock on O'Shane and Jahad Ward and those other guys, but they are what they are. They're rotational depth pieces at best. You know what I mean? They're not supposed to be the guys. And at the same time, they've been doing an admirable job, but you get Azeez in there opposite of Kayvon Thibodeau, and then like Jeff said, you mix in what Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence can do on the interior, and you got a front four right there that's just it's phenomenal, man. You know what I mean? And it'll be hard for any offensive line to handle. where we don't even though Wink likes the blitz, we don't even have to rely on the blitz so much because you'll have 4 guys up there that can just get at it, get after it. So it's just it'll be nice to get him healthy, get him back in that lineup, and see what kind of extra dynamic he can add to this defense. But it'll be a very positive one. I can guarantee that. There's nothing negative that could come out of that. Getting Azeez back in this lineup.
And we haven't seen that yet this season yet. I mean, every single game that one
Right.
of them has been hurt. So once
2
we get
games.
Azeez back, yeah.
2 games. Dallas and Chicago. That's the only. I think Azeez went out in that Chicago game, if I'm not mistaken. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's what he re-aggravated that. Wasn't Leonard Williams out that game against Dallas? He got hurt though. He had the knee injury.
Yeah.
So we haven't had anybody. We haven't had the 4 of them yet this
4,
season
yeah,
together.
you're right.
So,
They haven't had all 4 of them on the field at the same time.
Hopefully everybody stays healthy, and then we get Azeez back, and we can finally see all the 4 of these guys on the football field. But I'll let Coach go ahead.
When the Giants have been dominant most, is when they've had a wave of pass rushers. Imagine having Jahad Ward and Zimenez as your rotational pieces like they're supposed to be, where they can give the other guys a break, and then they can come out here and really get it going and get some more sacks, some more pressures. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not out there for the full length of the game. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Coach.
Okay. Is Azeez, could he help? Yes. Could he help take this to another level? Yes. Is he missing? I'm hard pressed to say yes right now, and that's only because of the fact we're winning right now. But if the goal is also to, if as you said, as you posed, a perfect question, is he a missing piece in that regard? Could he help? Yes. He could help become, and he could be a key piece in helping to take this defense up to another level. You're still going to need a few more pieces on the back end, but yes, he can be a very key piece. Carl Banks, Lawrence Taylor, Strahan, Osi. So yes, you need that in that regard because it helps. The missing part, I'm like 60% saying, yeah, okay, we miss him in that regard, but we've been doing what we need to do. Wink finds ways to get it done. So, it's a give or take, but yeah, he could definitely help. And, yes, he does give us something that, would definitely, number one, help Tibbs. And it would help the interior with that outside where we're not having quarterbacks consistently bounce or running backs bounce to the outside because he's going to funnel it or keep it inside or even occupy a tackle where he cross faces them, where you can now squeeze down with a safety or a linebacker to replace him on the outside. So, that's where, that key piece helps and it helps take it to another level. So, I guess you miss him in that regard, but I just see so much other things that we've done, and look, we talked about O'Shane. When O'Shane is out there, he's playing like a man amongst boys at times. So
He is.
So it's like he does give us other things, and Jahad gives us, especially in the run game. At times it helps to funnel it in.
I
If he's
just think
not trying to do too much.
Azeez is more of an all around player. He's like Jahad and O'Shane put together.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. So he gives you that in that regard. So, but that's where he helps take you. And like you said, the others can now become rotational. Because now you can, in certain situations, you could throw that NASCAR out there, like we did with OC Tuck and Strahan and all of them. You putting all those ends out there now. Guards now are not used to that type of speed on a consistent basis. So, so it gives you more flexibility. And that's, as a DC, that's what you want. You want even more flexibility as opposed to, okay, I have this, I have that, and that's what I'm going to work with. Now I could say, okay, now I'm going to add this, I'm going to add that, I'm going to roll this, and Wink is the master at being so creative and strategic. So give him more toys to play with, he's going to use them.
Well said, Coach, man. I agree. I think we're fine. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm saying the Giants can't beat the Detroit Lions without Azeez Ojulari or even the Dallas Cowboys without Azeez Ojulari. But I do think going into the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, And if you really want to make a Super Bowl championship run, you're going to need a pass rusher like Azeez Ojulari to take your defense to another level. You know what I'm saying? But let's give a quick score prediction, man, and then we're gonna get on out of here, man, and go watch the Giants take care of business against these Lions. All right. So go ahead, Mac. What you got for us? Who wins and why?
I'm gonna go with the Giants, obviously, and I got us. I got us actually, maybe pulling one out like 28-12. I'm gonna say we're gonna shut down this Detroit offense today, and we're gonna put some points on the board ourselves, man. 28-12, man.
That's what's up. I like it. What you got for us, Jeffy?
I'm confident one of these weeks we're going to get over that 30-point plateau. And if there's any week that it could happen, it's got to be this week against that 32nd ranked defense. And this has got to be the week that Daniel Jones goes out there and he shows that he can throw the football. So Daniel Jones is going to go out there and he's going to have himself a nice game, as well as Saquon Barkley. And I think we're going to cross that 30-point plateau. 35-21 Giants.
Coach, what you got?
Giants 24-23.
24-23. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's what we've been
And,
doing.
and here's the reason why. All right, I said it earlier. I looked at the 4 common opponents that we both have played. We've beaten the same 2. We've lost to the same 2. The points differential, while Detroit is at 24-5 in scoring points and 27-5 in giving up, and we're 19 in scoring and 21 in giving up. So it's, to me, if I look at those 4 games, just those 4 games, based on that alone, it's a lot closer than what most of us think, and that's why I think it's going to be a 1-point game, because I think I have trust in Gano. That's the biggest factor.
Yeah.
Kicker. Gano. I like that. Pat says 20-7. I want to shout out Tommy last week. He hit the score prediction on the nose, 24-16. Y'all go watch that video, man. Towards the end, we give our predictions. Tommy was on the button with that one. It was 24-16. He hit it on the head. So I want to shout Tommy out, man. As for me, the Giants haven't scored over 30. They also haven't given up over 30 all season. I think that trend continues. I got it 28-21 Giants. So that being said, y'all, let's go watch the game, man. Everybody, like I said, stay warm, especially if you're in the Northeast, man. It's frigid temperatures out there, snow in a lot of areas. You know what I'm saying? So stay warm, get some hot cocoa, hot chocolate, do what you do. Bundle up, man, and let's watch some football, man. Let's watch the Giants get this dub, man. You know what I'm saying? And definitely go subscribe to all these guys on the panel. My man, my bro, Coach Az, Amazing World of Sports. Just hit over 100 subscribers. Congratulations, Coach, man.
Congrats,
That's what I'm
Coach.
talking about, man.
No,
You
thank
deserve it,
y'all.
bro.
We coming, man. We all coming, man. Definitely go shout out to my man Jeffy T 85, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing over there, covering, you know what I'm saying, WWE, the Nets, the Rangers, not the Rangers, the Nets, the Mets, and the New York Giants.
Rangers.
Also, shout out to my man. Also, shout out to my man Mac, the Giants fan. You know what I'm saying? Always, man, every Wednesday, man, with his podcast, one of my favorite on YouTube, if not my favorite. You know what I'm saying? The Real Deal NFC East Roundup. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man. Go sub to Mac, the Giants fan, and his partner, man, Adam Costas, man. They do great work over there. That being said, y'all, man, we're going to get on up out of here, man. Peace and love to everyone, man. Appreciate everyone's support, man. Until next time, holla. Go Giants.